Are you thinking about launching your own website? Are you wondering what kind of computer it takes to launch your own website? Hello, my name is Christopher Tate. By day I write code, by night I am Computate, helping you to create your own successful website on your own computer using open source software. I'll take you through the kind of computer I have to help you decide. Can I run a website on a laptop? A laptop is not ideal for running a website. Although a laptop is certainly capable of running a website, here's some reasons you shouldn't. Laptops run on more expensive hardware, making your website more expensive to run. You can get more life out of a tower computer. Your website shouldn't move anyway. Is a rack mount server at a hosting company required to launch my site? Host your website on your own tower computer at home. A fancy rack mount server at a hosting company is just a computer that is shaped different. You can get similar amounts of RAM and processing power in a tower as well. So get started with your own tower computer at home. Can I serve my website over a wireless network? Wi-Fi is too unreliable to host a website. Just like your dog will stick his head down in the toilet if he runs out of water in his water bowl, your website will go down every time your Wi-Fi is struggling. Do I need a fancy networking hardware to serve my website? A home router, an Ethernet cable, and Ethernet on the motherboard is enough. A laptop computer is meant to move around, but your website should always be connected to an Ethernet cable. You don't need a fancy data center to serve up your website if you have high-speed internet at home. Your home router is good at serving up your website quickly, as well as it downloads web content quickly. How many watts should my power supply have? 500 to 600 watts should be plenty. I am not a power supply expert, but I have a 600 watt power supply and I'm sure it's plenty to run a website. How much RAM does it take to run a website on my computer? 32 gigs is a good amount for all your needs. There are a lot of processes that can take up a lot of RAM. The IDE you use to develop your code, like Eclipse, can take up a lot of RAM. Reindexing search content on the website, processing videos, and backing up files all use up RAM. Certainly, the growth of your website will use up more and more RAM. So it's good to be prepared with a lot of RAM to begin with so your processes don't get overwhelmed. What kind of processor is recommended to run my site? A modern 4 physical core processor is good. Your computer will be a busy machine. You'll be running your live website. You'll likely be running a development or testing website as well, or be doing your full-time job as well on that computer. I do that too, so you want a powerful computer. Are there any special considerations when buying a monitor? I recommend a monitor with built-in speakers. This computer of yours is going to be a very nice machine, and possibly your favorite computer at home, so enjoy it. You can rip, edit, and enjoy your favorite CDs with open source software like Banshee, Amarok, Audacity, and CMuse. You can back up and watch your favorite DVDs with open source software like Handbrake and VLC. It's a good computer for producing and editing video with open source software like OBS Studio, OpenShot Video Editor, Kdenlive, and VocoScreen. You can browse the web with Firefox and Google Chrome. If you think Linux is just a boring operating system, you're very wrong. Will any keyboard and mouse do? I only use wired keyboards and mice. I've never met a wireless keyboard or mouse I've ever liked. When I'm working through remote desktop, I like to know that my mouse will move because the wire didn't miss the signal. When I'm editing graphics, I want my mouse to be responsive. When I'm writing text, I don't want to miss any keystrokes. That's why I only use wired keyboards and mice. What if the power goes out? I recommend buying a battery backup UPS. When you're in the middle of a bad storm, it's good to shut off your computers. But your website has a competing interest of making you money, storm or no storm. So a battery backup UPS will give you protection against the storm and time to shut down if things get real bad. I think the worst thing that can happen is in a time of low power or brownout, when your computer can flicker on and off repeatedly without backup. It's happened to my computer before and corrupted my files. So that's my recommendations for running a website on your own computer. To review, can a laptop host a website? Why pay more for laptop hardware? Do I need a rack mount server? Host your own tower at home. Can I host over wireless? No wireless networks. Is expensive network hardware necessary? Start with your home router and motherboard Ethernet. What kind of power supply? 500 to 600 watts should be plenty. How much RAM do I need? I would have 32 gigabytes. What kind of processor? A modern 4 physical core processor is good. Any monitor will work right. I recommend built-in speakers. Will any keyboard and mouse do? Only wired keyboards and mice. What if the power goes out? I recommend buying a battery backup UPS. Don't give up on your dreams. You can do hard things. Computate.